The GenreVerse presents 13 Days of Terror.
Ghost stories come in many forms, from ghastly pirates to psionic energy manifestations to obscure evil spirits. But is there any room in the genre for an evil f***ing room? 1408 thinks so, and so do I. This Stephen King short story adaptation stars John Cusack as a paranormal investigator and writer who receives a strange postcard warning him to stay away from the Dolphin Hotel's room 1408. And Sam Jackson plays the hotel manager Gerald Olin, kind of playing a secondary antagonist. Sorta. Insulin is a sarcastic but burned out writer who's grieving the loss of his daughter. He's basically going through the motions of paranormal investigations of like roadside attractions and famous hotels to write books for the Ghost Adventures crowd.
In your letter, you mentioned that the rooms with the most paranormal activity were in the attic. Could I have one of those rooms?
That's right, because the attic is on the 3rd floor, which is the former servants' quarters. People say that all of Sylvia's children died up there of tuberculosis.
All of them.
But Mike doesn't believe in ghosts. He's never seen one on any of his investigations, and so 1408 doesn't scare him. Once at the hotel, he faces a lot of pushback for trying to stay in the room. He has to face off against Olin, who knows the true horrors of the room and fears it himself greatly. He explains that no one has ever lasted more than an hour, and that a lot of dark things don't even make it into the press.
Well, grievously in its 95-year existence, the hotel has seen 7 jumpers, 4 overdoses, 5 hangings, 3 mutilations,
2 stranglings. General Manager Gerald Olin is well versed in the hotel's tragic history, dryly reciting the docket of carnage like a bookkeeper discussing his ledger.
This is one of the best scenes in the film, and I love how it messes with Mike through the rest of the movie. The room has seen some serious shit, from people mutilating themselves to horrific suicides and some really strange natural deaths. It makes you wonder why they haven't just filled the whole thing up with concrete. Now, Mike's fight with the room becomes epic, but it starts out slow. He remains skeptical for a while, thinking that someone's gotta be in the room setting everything up. But things really start to heat up when the room lets him know that things have only just begun. The next hour is a trip through hell as Mike is tortured physically and emotionally. He eventually faces things that, as a parent, I don't think I could handle. It's John Cusack's performance as Mike Insulin that makes me recommend this movie, despite some of its flaws, like this weird thing that happens in the middle that kind of goes on for too long. This is a movie like I Am Legend or Castaway that really relies on one actor holding the house down, and Cusack really does that well. His descent to the inner circles of hell is really entertaining. And while he gets some support from Jackson, it really is him versus this room. I give this movie a B overall. It's got its pacing issues, the wonky ending, but it's a solid King adaptation in my mind with some really good performances. It's a shame that it gets overlooked so often. If you haven't seen it, give it a watch.